What is up, guys? It is I, 8-Bit Eric, and I'm back with a brand new review. And just came out today, March 29th, Yoshi. Is it the 29th? Yeah, it is the 29th. Yoshi has come out for the Nintendo Switch. Yoshi's Crafted World, to be exact. Now, I have been looking forward to checking this game out and sinking my teeth into it for quite some time because, let's be honest, it's been a while since Nintendo has come out with an actual brand new first-party title for the Nintendo Switch. We've been seeing a lot of ports. We've been seeing stuff like Captain Toad, Hyrule Warriors. We've been seeing other games ported over for many times. I mean, the most newest one was New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch, and now it's about time we got a brand new first-party title for the Nintendo Switch. But the question I'm sure you're asking is, how does it hold up? Is it worth going ahead and checking out, spending some of that cheddar to get a brand new game for the Nintendo Switch? Well, that's what we are going to talk about in today's video, so why don't you get a drink? Today I'm drinking Whataburger soft drinks. Look at the cup. And maybe something to snack on. Maybe a Whataburger if it's in your area. If it is, I highly recommend you do it if you have the means to do so. And we're going to talk about Yoshi's Crafted World for the Nintendo Switch. So Yoshi's Crafted World just came out today. It is another Yoshi game. It seems like there's one of these every freaking year. And now that the Switch is out, we finally got Yoshi's Crafted World. And this one's actually pretty neat. The main thing that caught my attention from this game, when I first saw the teaser and all the information that Nintendo showed a couple years ago about it, is that it looks like cardboard and yarn and all sorts of like little home, I guess, knickknacks and stuff. You know, yarn, string, toys, bottle caps, cookies, there's food as decorations and building in here. It's very creative as far as it looks. It reminds me a lot of like all the other games that have come out with Kirby, you know, at Kirby's Epic Yarn, and also Yoshi's Woolly World from the Wii U, which I really enjoyed. Yoshi's Woolly World, it was one of my favorite games on the Wii U. I was actually thinking that should have been ported before they even announced Yoshi's Crafted World, but we were in luck. We got a brand new Yoshi game that's not a port, and I know it sounds kind of funny to be excited about a game that's not a port, but let's be real, the Switch has had a ton of ports coming over, so yeah, it's here. It's finally here. I got to sit down today and play through quite a bit of the game, and just like Yoshi's Woolly World, it was really solid as far as a 2D platformer goes, but this one uses a little bit of 2.5D mechanics, I guess, because the background and foreground come to use in a lot of the gameplay mechanics, especially when you're throwing the eggs and the enemies and objects to certain parts of the map in order to unlock or uncover different paths. Now, if you've played a Yoshi game in the past, this one plays just like all the rest. I mean, from the original Yoshi Super Nintendo game all the way to Woolly World, the basic premise of how these games operate is the same. Yoshi's control scheme is exactly the same. He has the ground pound, he's able to use his tongue to swallow enemies, and if you hold the jump button, he flutters and kind of floats for a split second. Not to mention, as you swallow enemies, you turn them into eggs, or you can find stuff in these stages to actually use as a weapon. You aim using the right shoulder button, and you kind of just like adjust, and you shoot. You shoot clouds that have question marks, you shoot stuff in the background to knock over the cardboard boxes, things like that. So the basic gameplay is as solid as ever. If you played a Yoshi game, then you'll be able to pick up Yoshi's Crafted World right from the get-go and play it with no problems at all. Simple, right? I mean, that's one of the solid things, one of the best things about this game, is that it's accessible to anybody that's ever picked up a Yoshi game. And you might be wondering, okay, I've never played a Yoshi game. I'm not a fan of it. I always thought it looked childish, and I haven't picked it up. So is it going to be something that I could sink my teeth into? Well, yeah, it's actually a fairly easy game to pick up and play, and if you're a little intimidated by the cute little green dinosaur on the front, you're even able to play a mellow mode, which is actually an easier version of the game, a little bit more chillax. You know, you don't have to really stress, it's not as hard or advanced. Or if you want to play the advanced mode, you know, the mode that is actually like normal. It's for a little bit more experienced players. So there's something for everybody here. And there's even a multiplayer mode. So you can play co-op with Yoshi, which is a lot of fun. If you have a younger sibling or a kid that you want to play with, like your daughter or your son, they will actually enjoy this a lot. And it's supported with all the controls that you can think of. You can even play it on the tablet to go with a Joy-Con each. No problems. Me, I prefer to play with the Joy-Con, and it felt spot on with it. I felt no issues with lag, no frame rate issues with the gameplay. It was a lot of fun, and it played and performed amazingly. And not to mention, it looks wonderful. Again, the main thing that caught my attention with this game is just how creative it looked. They went above and beyond. I mean, they could have just played it safe and made a Yoshi game that looked normal. And that's the one thing that I've always liked with the Yoshi series, is that they kind of test the waters and kind of experiment a little bit as far as the environments go, the stage setups go, and the variety of themes with the stages. Yoshi's Crafted World went above and beyond. I think Woolly World had it right, and Crafted World built up on that. There's creative stuff. You could see choo-choo trains made out of milk cartons and, you know, weird stuff and thread sewing things and stuff that I don't even I can't even not stutter about. There's just so much stuff in the background and foreground in this game. You often will find yourself just looking at what they used to model the buildings, the creatures, the elevators, and the elements. You know, there's all sorts of stuff, you know, cool looking plants that you can use to unravel made out of ribbon. The fish are made out of cardboard. The variety of stuff to look at is just beautiful, and it's so colorful and vibrant and whimsical. This really feels like the best Yoshi game as far as solid gameplay mechanics and looks go. And, you know, Yoshi, for being a spin-off of Mario, has really come into its own, and Crafted World really emphasizes that. Like, there's a Mario game style, right? And then there's now a Yoshi style, which is more like, you know, the yarn look, the cardboard look, and everything. It's so unique to Yoshi now, in my opinion. Kirby's dabbled a little bit in it, but the Yoshi world just fits right with that. And, you know, the basic story of this game is that there's a stone that has 6 little gems on it. Kamek and Bowser Jr. come, cause some havoc. The gems just go everywhere all over the map, and it's up to the Yoshis to regain the gems. It's very simple. You know, no deep narrative here to worry about. It's a Yoshi game, and what Yoshi games bring is a lot of fun, a lot of entertainment, and creativeness. And again, the game just looks wonderful, and it plays great. Now, the variety of stages, fucking phenomenal. Just in the first couple hours, you see a little bit of everything. You see, you know, the green plains, you know, of Yoshi, like a generic green stage, some desert stage, underwater stage, a stage where you control a giant mecha Yoshi that just freaking destroys everything. You have stages that, you know, you have to go and kill a whole bunch of moles. You have stages that where you take place on a train, mine carts, all sorts of action on here. It is actually very phenomenal, and there's a lot of hidden paths and secrets in a lot of these stages, and there's multiple objectives to do. You know, get 100 coins to get a flower, find the flowers hidden throughout the stage, kill certain enemies and collect blue coins and red coins, and just all around, so many flowers to unlock in each stage. They're kind of like the stars in Mario. So the objective is to get enough flowers to proceed, because every once in a while there's a checkpoint where a character asks for a certain amount of sunflowers in order for you to continue on to these stages. And there's a lot of stages in this game. Eventually you get to an area where it actually splits, the map splits, and you have to kind of go down a certain route and collect certain things. And yeah, it's pretty neat. The boss fights are also a lot of fun. Little too easy though. I will say the game does seem a little too easy. I honestly only died once, and it was at the first gem boss fight. Other than that, I just kind of breezed right through it, playing even on the normal mode. So it might be a little too easy for an experienced player if you grew up playing harder stuff on the Nintendo. But it's not bad in any form or fashion. I was thoroughly entertained with Yoshi's Crafted World. And honestly, I think you will also be. Even if you're not an experienced Yoshi fan, if Yoshi stuff isn't your cup of tea, I think that this is definitely a game that makes the whole Yoshi franchise and series a little bit more accessible, entertaining, and innovative enough to where I think anybody of any age, from any background, could go ahead and play it and thoroughly enjoy it. So with that said, I will say Yoshi's Crafted World is a must buy. Not to mention, there's all sorts of other stuff beyond the co-op. There's amiibo functionality. There's costumes to dress up your Yoshi. A lot of content in this little cute crafted bundle. So yeah, it's a must buy. And guys, that's it for today's video. If you're brand new to the station, the channel, the YouTube channel, whatever you want to call it, go ahead and throw a subscription. It is free to do so. And go ahead and hit that like or dislike if you've watched the video. Comment down below. Let me know, have you played through Yoshi? Are you debating about it? Do you have any underlining questions that you would like me to answer for you? Feel free to do so down below. And guys, I will see you on the next video. Have a great night.